Hi everyone, a quick disclaimer before we start this video. If my voice sounds terrible, I have still not fully recovered from summer in the city, and if you hear something outside, one of my neighbours is gardening and I can't really stop them doing that, so apologies in advance, but let's get into this video. So today I wanted to kind of close the book on Summer in the City 2017, sadly, and that is why I volunteered and why I think people should volunteer. Like I mentioned, it was my first year doing it. I had an amazing time. I plan to do it next year as well. Loads of my friends who I made there I plan to do it as well, which is amazing. So I just wanted to sit down and discuss what made me want to do it and why people should do it. There are similar videos like this. One I would recommend is from my friend Andy, aka Brickteen. I will link that video in the description. He did it last year. But this is my takeaway from being a first-time volunteer and why I think you should do it and why I'm doing it again. So first things first, I volunteered mainly to push myself out of my comfort zone. As I said, I have autism, I can be in social situations and it's not too bad, but one of my biggest fears is entering a situation where I don't know anyone. Like, that is one of my biggest fears, like going to a room of 20 to 30 people and not knowing any of them. So I just want to like face that head on really, and I've heard about Summer in the City, I've seen loads of videos about it, it looks like such a fun weekend, and I just saw a tweet, I think, of someone retweeted saying that they were looking for volunteers, and at the time I just kind of thought, yeah, I'll stick my name down, I'll see what happens. So yeah, like I said, I didn't really think about it at the time when I applied. I just thought, you know, it'll be fun, it'll be a good thing to do, why not, let's see what happens. At the time, I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to go through with it or not, and it's only when I got the email back about a month before saying that they would take me on as a volunteer that I kind of set everything in motion, which is bizarre to think, but yeah, that's why I did it. I just wanted to give it a go and experience Summer in the City, but at the same time I didn't really have anyone to go with, so I thought that's the next best option. So what I took away from volunteering as a positive, first and foremost, are the people I have met. I have, you know, mentioned this briefly before, but the people I met, every single one of them were just truly amazing. From my flat, to my team, to the head of the organisers, Lee and Georgie, to just anyone and everyone I came across, like, who was a volunteer, were absolutely fabulous and amazing. I've made so many friends, we had so many laughs, I've got so many pictures up here from that weekend. It was just amazing, and I have so many funny memories from there. One of which was I accidentally managed to shut a team leader in one of the DLR doors on the first day because I didn't move quick enough onto the train and the train door shut on her. So Charlotte, if you're watching this, I am sorry. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I think people should volunteer. You know, yes, the volunteer side is great, but the social side you get from it, and by that I mean the people you meet and the backgrounds and everything, is just incredible. I mean, I met people from Belgium, from France, from Holland, Germany. I mean, people came to the UK to do this event, to volunteer. Like, that is just mind-boggling, and I made some amazing friends as a result, and that is why one of the reasons I think people should volunteer. You meet so many people, so many different creators as well. A lot of these volunteers have their own channels, so bit of networking there for you as well if you so wish. A second reason is the atmosphere as a volunteer is, I imagine, very different to that as an attendee, and I think it's great. You get to see things from a different outlook. You know, you're not charging around trying to track down your favourite YouTubers, you're there to help, you know, you are important, you are the authority to an extent, you are someone people look to and look up to, and that is quite nice. I like helping people, I always have, I've been a caring person as long as I can remember, and the fact I was in a position to be able to do that and, you know, help people with questions and point them in the right direction or tell them a time or something, it was just quite nice and, you know, refreshing for me to be able to do that. I don't know why, but it was, you know, and it just helped because, you know, the public as well, a lot of them, they were lovely, and it just makes your job a bit easier when they are. So that's another thing I took away, you know, being able to help people. Obviously as a volunteer, that's your job, but it is a nice feeling when you can walk away from someone knowing that you've helped them out in any which way, big or small. It's a very nice feeling to have inside. Another reason I think people should volunteer in the future is you will not get another experience like this anywhere for me. I feel like, yes, there's other conventions, but to be able to volunteer at the biggest one hosted in the UK, that's pretty impressive to say, and I'm proud that I can say that I did that and I survived it. I mean, thousands of people walk through those doors every day, and being able to like put that on your CV or just say, yeah, I volunteered up in London for a weekend for a large convention, that's impressive to say, and I love it. I think it's really cool in a sense. I think it's really cool that I can say that I was able to help with this at this massive event, and people were looking to us for help and were so appreciative of our help as well. So that is another reason for me. Another reason, and this is kind of a more adult answer, I guess you could say, it helps with your customer service skills and your people skills, which are very important going forward in life. I've worked in customer service my entire life, so my customer service is pretty solid, I would say. Not to sound too arrogant, but I've done it since I was 16. But some people, this is maybe their first time interacting with the public, or they want to get back into customer service work, they don't want a 9-to-5 job. This is the sort of perfect thing for it, because dealing with the public, on your feet a lot, running around, it's just good experience, and it gives you the skills for a very important life skill. Don't know where I was going with that. It gives you a life skill, which is being able to talk to people and help people, and dealing with people when they aren't the most rational or most pleased, which again is very important. So that is why I think people should volunteer for Summer in the City. And finally, the entire weekend is just something you will never forget, and I think every single person should experience what I felt like. I remember on that first night, one of my flatmates said to me, "I'll be very interested on the Sunday night to hear what you think of this weekend, as it's your first year," because everyone else was returning, so they'd done it all before, but he was very interested to hear my perspective of it. And my takeaway is, it was one of the best weekends of my life, which I will never forget, and it might just become a staple of what I do for the next 3 to 4 years. Mad to say, I know. I mean, I'm willing to spend God knows how much money on accommodation and travel and London to get nothing back, in a monetary sense, but on the flip side, like I've said, I have had amazing memories. I have so many more friends now, so many friends, so many jokes, experience. So it's just, everything was worth it. Every penny I put into that weekend and things I had to cut back on to afford to go and to have some spending money out there was 100% worth it, and I will do it again in a heartbeat, because like I said, I absolutely adored that experience from the volunteering, and I just loved it. I can't put into more words. I absolutely loved it. It's only been a week. It feels like it's been 10, and I'm ready for Summer in the City 2018 already. I know, mad. So there are a few things on what I took away from volunteering and why I think you should volunteer as well. If you have volunteered in the past, or you were there this year, let me know. If you are planning to volunteer next year, let me know. I am planning to volunteer. And finally, once again, a big, huge thank you to everyone I worked with at Summer in the City. You were all fantastic. You were all so welcoming and just full of love and support and friendship and laughter, and we got each other through it, and I absolutely love those guys for it, and I hope I see them all very, very soon, because I flat out refuse to wait a year to see them all again. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now. Thank you very much for listening, guys, and until next time, have a good one, guys.